here's an order of precedence as far as the overt narcissist, right? My therapist told me to stop dating. And that was like, to me, it was like, stop eating, right? Stop laughing. This is why it's so hard for narcissistic people to change, right? And in therapy, I learned that I had to make some exchanges. Before therapy, I never thought about exchanges, never thought about changing. Because when people did tell me I needed to change, I got upset. I got highly pissed, right? And so that's why it's hard for me to change, because think about it, I was doing these things or experiencing these things since I was a child, whether it was lying, right? Ghosting, gaslighting. You know, kids do these things, right? But my traits were based on a foundation that was broken as a child with my parents' divorce and molestation and all that stuff, and my addictions to porn and prostitution, right? So it's hard to change. As an overt narcissist, you have they're social, right? Highly competitive. So let's say social, right? If I'm a social person, which I am, let's talk about back then prior to therapy. If I'm very social, I'm going to look for an abundance of people, right? And that abundance of people, so I'm going to look for women, right? So I'm looking for women, it's going to be supply, right? And if I'm social and I'm looking for women, I'm going to be flirtatious, which goes back to the supply. And if I'm social and I'm going to look for women and I'm flirtatious, I'm going to be very seductive, right? Sexually seductive. I'm going to lie, because when you're sexually seductive, when you're promiscuous and you're social, you have a lot of external forces, you have a lot of internal forces and things that'll drive you forward to those excessive amounts of women. Being social, being cocky, being arrogant, being self-centered, right? Being conceited. All of that is a part of being an overt narcissist. So I'm social. I'm looking for women. I'm looking for supply. I'm very flirtatious. I'm very, very promiscuous. So these things were very hard to change. First of all, trying to go from being social to like not necessarily antisocial, but my therapist told me I need to spend time with myself. So a lot of narcissistic people don't spend time with themselves. They want time with and for and from other people. So the social aspect of my overt narcissism, it branches out to being promiscuous, sexual, greedy, very lustful. And so now I'm looking for and dating and wanting all these women to supply. I'll have that, right? Then I'll start to lie, because I'm going to get caught, right? I'm going to start to lie. I'm going to gaslight you, right? When I start to lie, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable, and you're going to stop trusting me. And so you stop trusting me, you think that I'm a liar, which I am a liar, and I'm going to get mad because you know that I'm a liar, right? So the social aspect of an overt narcissist comes with a plethora of traits, of actions, of inactions, of reactions. And that's why it's really hard for an overt narcissist, for me, an overt narcissist, stop, to pull back. Had I not gone through therapy, I would have not have had that wherewithal, that clarity, that understanding of why I needed to stop dating. Lee, I need to stop dating. And when she told me that, I was like, and so I needed to hear that. I needed to do that. I need to be alone. And with a person like me, when you're alone, you get to think about the regrets. You get to think about, you did do some self-reflecting, some soul searching. And at 46 years old, I was kind of ready to do that. But I was just coming out of the Navy after serving 32 years and being promiscuous and outlandish and overbearing and cocky and arrogant and conceited and self-centered for 40 years or so, And so that's why it's hard for them to change. And some people think it's impossible, which I understand that. But once you're told to be by yourself alone, that's what I needed, because as a social person, I was always around other people, mainly women, in the party scene and things like that, being cocky, being arrogant, being needy, being lustful, being jealous, right? Being sexual. So I had to say, now, what am I going to change first, right? What am I going to do first? Realize that she told me the truth. Somebody is educated in narcissism. So I had to take a step back, because prior to that, I had saw other psychiatrists, psychotherapists, and I was like, I don't have any problems. There's nothing wrong with me. So that's why they don't think there's anything wrong with them, because being social, one aspect of it, you're having a lot of fun. You're getting a lot of women, a lot of numbers, a lot of favors, a lot of sex, And for some, a lot of money. I didn't want another woman's money. I had my own. I was into making my own money, getting promoted and awarded and rewarded so that I can have lots of money, so I can have a lot of things to do or share, or a lot of things to talk about myself or brag on myself, or other people brag on me. So that social, very social aspect of an overt narcissist is one of the hardest things to change, in my opinion. Of course, I have anger issues, and it felt good to be mad and blow up on people. But that got me in trouble. That would get me to lose my rank, get busted down, get kicked out the Navy. So, oh no, I don't want to go down that path, right? So let's start by pulling back on the social aspect of it, Leon. So you don't have to be reaching out to so many women and being so greedy and lustful. Get to know yourself. So those were my exchanges. In therapy, she didn't like to use the word change because it was so strong and powerful and like, right there. So we worked on exchanges. So get into therapy and work on some exchanges. You can do it. Y'all have a great day.